Welcome to the find and replace exercise, where we will have a look at the find and replace operations that you can perform on the Home tab. But you can find also two shortcuts, Ctrl and F like find, or Ctrl and H like find and replace. And this is something we will probably use in here. And the first exercise, we've got an order ID and we need to find it. So we go for find and we hit find next. We can also hit find all, and we will see that actually this kind of order ID has two lines, and you can find it both in our B1 cell where we start the exercise and also B26. When you see the list of cells that contain the expected text, you can use Ctrl-A shortcut to multi-select all of them and, for example, apply formatting or edit them on the same time. If we start looking for something like order line 106, we need to decide whether we are looking just for a part of the text, which is by default, or by the exact match. And when we start the find and replace operation and insert 106, you can hit find all to see that we have many cells that contain the value, but only the one in the cell A15 is the exact match. So what we can do when finding and replacing, we can use the match entire cell contents option just to find all the cells that contain the specific value. Your searching operation might be also case sensitive, which means if we have the customer in here, Ben Ferrer, we can use the search operation, but this time we can both match entire cell contents and use the match case. If we don't use the match case, we will find 3 customers on the list of orders, but if we turn on the match case option, you will see that we exclude the one which is in the uppercase. And at the end, we can highlight the cells. The next exercise is not only about finding the text corporate, which will highlight all of the cells that we have in the H column, but also include the formatting options. And as you can see, next to the find what, we can find also the options to select, for example, the field, which is red in here. And then when we hit find all, we can multi-select only the cells that contain exactly the content we are looking for. And we will change the formatting for them. When you go back now to the find window, you need to clear the find format. We will turn the match case and the entire cell contents in the options, and we need to find number 2 now. And when I hit find all, you can see that we find only the B1 cell in here. And when I select the cells that have been found, you can see that we actually find only different range of cells. The rule is in here, they all contain number 2. Why is that? Because the cells we have in here contain the formulas. So whenever you find the cell address in the formula, you can see that Excel is looking for number 2 in it. And this is not what we expect from this searching operation. So when you go to the find window once again, you can select that we don't want to look in the formulas, but instead we would like to look in values. And now when we hit find all, you can see that we select the cells, the value of which is 2. You can not only find information within this sheet, but also in the whole workbook. You can start searching by rows, but you can also do that by columns. But the next options we will discuss is finding things in notes, like we need to find the test value in notes, and you can see we have one cell in here that contains the note, but there is a new thing in Excel 365 which is called comment. This is like the new way of inserting notes, but this time with the ability to discuss with colleagues. And then when we hit find all, you can see that I have found exactly the same text within the comments in the worksheet. When finding the cell contents and also replacing them at the end, it is more secure to select the cells where you would like to search the data before you do the search. So if I would like to look this PL within the whole workbook, I can look for the information and use just PL to find all of the cells, but you can see that I select also the first cell. So if I want to look just the information in the B column, then I can select it, and when I go for a find, you can see that I select only the cells where this cell are available in the B column. And this is very useful when replacing the information, because now we would like to replace the PL with Poland. So to make sure we don't replace it in A1 cell, we just select all of the cells where the operation should be performed, and now we can just use the basic find and replace. We can hit replace all, and then all of the PL text will be replaced, and we will have also a comment how many replacements we made. And the replacement operation is the one that you can undo by using Ctrl-Z or the undo operation, so you can bring back the data to the state, and also with the redo you can bring it back to the replacement. And now we would like to use the find and replace operation to remove part of the text like PL and minus, and we can replace it with nothing. So when we select the data and say find all, you can of course find all of the information here, and then when I hit replace all, you can see this beginning of my order ID disappearing. Now let's assume that the row ID, if it contains just 3 characters, this is an error for us. So we can find it and replace with error by using find and replace operation, and this time in the find what, we will use the knowledge that we gained during the count if exercises, where we saw that we can use also question marks or asterisks to find a particular text. So we would like to replace the row ID that has exactly 3 characters with the error text. First, let's select them. I will find all of the rows, but when we go to the options and select match entire cell contents, you will see that we find only 3 cells, and when we hit replace all, you will see errors in here. The same applies for finding and replacing value of the cells that contain a particular text. Like in our case, it might be it should start with PL and minus, but then you can have any of the numbers and characters, but it should end up with number 1. So we place an asterisk in here, but this is just a finding operation. We once again use the match entire cell contents, and when we hit find all to check whether we find all starting with PL and ending with 1. When we use the Ctrl F and Ctrl H shortcuts, we can find one more, which is Ctrl and G for go, which means we can now go to a specific range, like for example B2 cell, and I will select the B2 cell. You can go also to a particular range like B2 to B3, it will work exactly the same. And you can go also to defined names, which is I can go to the defined name, which is called now. And when I hit OK, you can see, oh, there it is hidden in the cell. But now we would like to select all other formula cells and highlight them by using yellow color. So we can use the Ctrl G shortcut to go to and look for the go to special values. You can see many useful things in here, but the one we are looking for is the go for formulas. And when we hit OK, you will see that we have a lot of formulas in here that use the now cell to calculate the duration. And by using Ctrl and G, you can find many very specific things in here, like you can find the preceding cell or all of these cells. So this is quite useful in very complex cases.